What is up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to be going over what you need to know about Fortnite's upcoming Juice WRLD concert, which will be happening later today as of the time you're watching this video. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, find it helpful, informative, interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you like some more, comment down below if you're excited for this event, and if you are someone who's looking to avoid leaks and spoilers and stuff, there will be a point where I tell you to stop watching this video. So this event is going to be happening today, Saturday, November 30th at 2 p.m. Eastern time. So this, time zones are a thing. If you don't know what 2 p.m. Eastern time translates to in your time zone, you can look at the countdown timer in the lobby of Fortnite, or you can just kind of Google it. This event will have its own game mode though, and Fortnite has actually confirmed that this game mode will open up at 1:20 p.m. Eastern time. So about 40 minutes prior to the start of the event. You should still try to get on earlier than that time if it's possible for you to do so, because Fortnite often does have server login issues with too many people trying to log in like just as the event's happening. So if you can control it, I would try to get on earlier if that's possible. And when this event opens up 40 minutes beforehand, usually you could just kind of fight people in there and y'all respawn continuously over and over again until the event starts. And then at that point, fighting is disabled. That's what they've done for past live events when they kind of have the game mode go live a bit early. And we actually do know what the game mode will look like in the game mode selection screen. I'll have it on screen now, but this is what it'll look like, and it should take up an entire row of the game mode UI. So this should make it very easy for you to find the game mode and not have to struggle to find it amongst a million different creative maps. It should be its own row, and it should probably be at the very top of all of the game modes. And so that is where you should probably stop watching this video if you are someone who wants to avoid spoilers. It's going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern time. The game mode will open up at 1:20 p.m. Eastern time. The game mode should be very large and easy to find in the UI, and the earlier you can log on, the better, just to potentially avoid any sort of login issues or login queues. And so, like I said, if you want no spoilers, if you want it to be entirely surprised, stop watching the video now. So now I'm going to go over some teasers that Fortnite actually posted for the event. They posted 3 short teaser videos, and I'll play them on screen now. One is kind of like a comic book art style animation where the character is being flung backwards away from the dog pound. The second is the Rift butterfly from Chapter 1 events, but also I believe it was a part of the Times Square event that we had at Restored Reels. And then the third little teaser video shows what I assume is the start of the event happening at the Dog Pound POI. This event will actually be a remix of the Device event from Chapter 2 Season 2, but this time it is a musical concert featuring the artists that we have this season. So Juice WRLD, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, and Ice Spice should all be a part of this event, and they should actually be giant versions of themselves on the map like we've seen with past big Fortnite concerts like the Travis Scott and Ariana Grande concerts. It shouldn't just be a screen like we had a few weeks ago at Restored Reels. This is going to be a big, high effort, high budget live event with all of these characters actually on the map performing, their songs and music. And HypeX actually says that this event will be around 20 minutes long, 15 of which will be the actual event and the actual concert and the actual music portion of the event. And then there will be a 5-minute music video at the end. I'm assuming this will be a premiere of a video something for Juice WRLD's new album, which also just recently came out. I feel like that just makes the most sense if they have this big Juice WRLD concert happening in Fortnite and a Juice WRLD album just came out and they're premiering some sort of music video at the event. I feel like it just makes way too much sense for that to not be, the music video for one of the songs on his new album. I feel like that's just, very obvious. And this event should maybe somewhat explain how we get to Chapter 6, but with how Fortnite has been doing live events recently, who's to even say? I feel like the Big Bang event we had last year did kind of somewhat explain that we were on the Chapter 5 map, but not too much. And then going from the Chapter 5 island to the Remix island, I don't know if they ever explained that, and if the kind of Snoop Dogg Ice Spice concert at Times Square was supposed to explain that. I was unaware of that, but I'm also not the biggest person or the biggest fan of the Fortnite storyline, but typically these end of chapter events, kind of like something cataclysmic would happen to the event, or to the island, sorry, and then we would go on to the new one. Recently, you know, the focus on the events hasn't seemed to be that way. And I don't really know if we'll see any new metaverse game modes being teased in this. We might see like teases for the OG game mode that we know is coming on December 6th. But aside from that, we don't really know. With the Big Bang event happening last year, there was so many of these metaverse game modes that we knew were coming to the game already, with like festival, racing, and Lego. And then they kind of used the event to show them off. So maybe there will be some of that this year. But I also wouldn't be surprised if it's entirely a concert. And personally, I'm expecting it to just be a concert and Fortnite. And then Chapter 6 will start on Sunday, and it'll just kind of be what it is. Fortnite has said that they may run an encore showing of this event later on in the day. But they said this will depend on there not being technical issues. So that may or may not happen. Like, you know, that's anything could happen as far as tech problems. If you do really want to see it in game, it's best to see it, you know, when it happens the first time at 2 p.m. Eastern, but there may be later showings later on in the night. And I believe that is what happened for the Big Bang event last year, is that like it had one set time, and then there was showings later on in the evening for people who did miss it the first time. So I assume they'll be able to get those second showings to work. They've done it in the past, but, you know, technology sometimes griefs. So if you really do want to see it in game, try to be on, you know, before 2 p.m. Eastern time to avoid the login queues, get into the game, be waiting in the actual game mode, and then see the event when it happens. But that is going to be it for this video. I just wanted to quickly go over, you know, when the event is happening, because a lot of times people are confused with these things or how they need to get into the event. It's going to be its own game mode. You don't have to worry about, you know, being in BR at the right time like we saw with a lot of the Chapter 5 events. It being its own game mode just makes everything infinitely easier. And yeah, I would just say get on earlier if you can. If you are expecting a lot of lore or a lot of like Fortnite storyline, a lot of explanation for, you know, how we got to the remix island or how we're getting to the Chapter 6 island, I would try to kind of have those expectations in check and be a little bit lower, because I feel like with more recent Fortnite events, especially these big, you know, effort ones, they haven't been putting as much focus or as much effort into the storyline. But, you know, maybe this event will be something different. I'm expecting it entirely to be a concert though. But let me know what you guys think or what you're expecting down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, found it helpful, informative, interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. I want to like fight him up close.